Okay, we are back to our reading. The book reading. Yesterday we started with The Secret Book by The Secret Book. It is actually The Magic, written by Rhonda Byrne. And we started with understanding like what is the universal law, how to be how to stay in gratefulness, and how our ancient people, like all the scientists and all religions, everything was like so much, the core was always gratefulness. So it was the discovery done by Rhonda Byrne, and today we'll be reading actually what was her story all about. How did she found this the perfect secret word, or the magic word, which has changed her life and has changed lives of so many people. And so let me just continue with this. Okay, so this is the discovery mentioned by Rhonda Byrne. This is her story. My story is a perfect example of what life is like when a person is ignorant of gratitude, and what happens when you make gratitude a part of your life. If I had been asked 6 years ago if I was a grateful person, I would have answered yes. For sure, I am a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me. The truth is, I was not a grateful person at all. I didn't know what being grateful really meant, and just saying the word thank you on the odd occasion certainly didn't make me a grateful person. My life without gratitude was pretty challenging. I was in debt, and it was increasing a little bit more every month. I worked really hard, but my finances never improved. In trying to keep up with that mounting debt and obligation, I was living with a continuous undercurrent of stress. My relationship swung like a pendulum from fair to disastrous because I never seemed to have enough time for each person. While I was what would be termed healthy, I felt exhausted at the end of each day. And I always got my fair share of colds and the latest illness going around each season. I had moments of happiness when I went out with friends, or even when I went on vacation, but then the reality of having to work harder to pay for those pleasures would sweep over me. I wasn't living, I was surviving from day to day and from paycheck to paycheck, and I would no sooner solve one life problem than more problems would appear. But then something happened that would change everything in my life. From that day forward, I discovered a secret about life. And as a result of my discovery, one of the things I began to do was practice gratitude each day. As a result of this, everything in my life changed. And the more I practiced gratitude, the more miraculous were the results. My life truly became magical. For the first time in my life, I became debt free, and shortly after that, I had all the money I needed to do whatever I wanted. Problems in my relationships, work, and health disappeared, and instead of facing daily obstacles, my days became filled with one good thing after another. My health and energy increased dramatically, and I felt better than I had in my 20s. My relationships became much more meaningful, and I enjoyed every good times with my family and friends in just a few months than I had in all the previous years. More than anything else, I felt happier than I thought it was possible to feel. I was blissfully happy, the happiest I had ever been. Gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed. Now, bringing the magic into your life. Wow. And those shiny things, I think it looks more like a kitchen. Okay, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your current circumstances, the magic of gratitude will change your life, entire life. I have received letters from thousands of people in the worst imaginable situations who have changed their lives completely by practicing gratitude. I have seen miracles take place in health where there. Okay, just a moment. I have seen miracles take place in health where there seemed to be no hope. I have seen marriages saved and broken relationships transform into magnificent relationships. I have seen those in total poverty become prosperous, and I have seen people in depression catapult into joyful and fulfilling lives. Gratitude can match relationships into joyful and meaningful relationships, no matter what state they are in now. Gratitude can miraculously make you more prosperous so that you have the money you need to do the things you want to do. It will increase your health and bring a level of happiness beyond what you have ever felt before. Gratitude will work its magic to accelerate your career, increase success, and bring about your dream job or whatever it is you want to do. In fact, whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have, gratitude is the way to receive it. The magical power of gratitude turns into your life into gold. As you practice gratitude, you will understand why particular things in your life may have gone wrong and why certain things might be missing from your life. As you make gratitude a way of life, you will wake up each morning so excited to be alive. You will find yourself completely in love with life. Everything will seem effortless. You will feel as light as a feather and happier than you have ever felt before. While challenges may come, you will know how to overcome them and learn from them. Every day will be magical. Every day will be filled with far more magic than when you were a child. Beautiful. Is your life magical? You can tell right now how much you have actually used gratitude in your life. Just take a look at all your major areas in your life: money, health, happiness, career, home, and relationship. 6 areas. The areas of your life that are abundant and wonderful are where you have used gratitude and are experiencing the magic as a result. Today, we will be practicing this in the reflection session, the wheel of the life, where we exactly stand. Okay. So mark all these 6 areas which we will be uh, actually working upon. Any areas that are not abundant and wonderful are due to lack of gratitude. It is a simple fact: when you are not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. You have stopped the magic from continuing in your life. When you are not grateful, you stop the flow of better health, better relationships, more joy, more money, and the advancement of your job, career, or business. To receive, you have to give. It's a law. Gratitude is giving thanks, and without it, you cut yourself off from the magic and from receiving everything you want in life. The bottom line of ungratefulness is that when we are not grateful, we are taking. We are taking things in our life for granted. When we take things for granted, we are unintentionally taking from ourselves. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if we take something for granted, we will be taken from as a result, right? Remember, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. So, most certainly, you have been grateful at various times in your life. But to see the magic and cause a radical change to your current circumstances, you have to practice gratitude and make it your new way of life. Now, today we'll read about the magic formula because see, knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. This was by some Khaldun al Muqaddimah. So he was a scholar and statesman. But the thing is, today or in the entire session of what we are reading, it is like we are accumulating knowledge, but knowledge without practice is of no use, right? So the actual realization and implementation brings the transformation. So today we'll be doing the wheel of life, and we'll also learn further about this magic formula. And once the actual day one starts, I want each one of you to, after hearing day one to day 28, the way Rhonda Bryan has guided, we'll be practicing. Um we'll be practicing our gratitude. Moving next, ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth magic, a person must first say the magic words. Okay, bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way, and first you must say the magic words, that is, thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the words thank you are for your life. To live in gratitude, to experience the magic in your life, thank you must become the two words you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. They need to become your identity. Thank you is the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams. Let us learn the magic formula. Deliberately think and say the magic words. Thank you. Second, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you, the more gratitude you feel. And the third, the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. So basically, gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel it as much as you can, because it's the force of your feeling that accelerates the magic in your life. Newton's law is one for one. What you give, you receive equally. That means that if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the results in your life will expand to be equal to your feeling. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are, the faster your life will change. When you discover how little practices it takes, how easy it is to incorporate gratitude into your daily life. And when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to live. So true. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot every day, your life will change dramatically and in ways that you can hardly imagine. So, we'll talk about a magical book. Just a minute. I see. Join Nitika. Nitika, you are here. You wanna read? Hi, Nitika. You are there, Nitika? Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Today I'll Nitika, you said hi, Nitika.
Hi, Shivangi, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. I just found that you're here. I thought let's discuss. And if you really want to read, we can.
Sure, I would love to read.
Yeah, so this is the magical book we'll be starting. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words but to live by them. These are the words by John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the United States. In this book, there are 28 magical practices that have been specifically designed so that you learn how to use gratitude's magical power to revolutionize your health, money, job, and relationships, and to make your smallest desires and your biggest dreams come true. You will also learn how to practice gratitude to dissolve problems and transform any negative situation. You will be captivated while you read this life changing knowledge, but without practicing what you learn, the knowledge will slip through your fingers and the opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life will be gone. To ensure this doesn't happen to you, you need to practice gratitude over 28 days so that you impregnate yourselves and your subconscious mind with it. Only then will it change your life permanently. The practices are designed to be completed over 28 consecutive days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and a new way of life. Practicing gratitude is a concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic take place in your life and fast. Within each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous ways. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have the life you have dreamed of. The first 12 practices use the magical power of gratitude for what you have now and for what you have received in the past. Because unless you're grateful for what you have and what you have received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. These 12 these first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. The next 10 practices use the magical power of gratitude for your desires, dreams, and everything you want. Through these 10 practices, you'll be able to make your dreams come true and you will see the circumstances of your life magically change. The last six practices that take you to a whole new level where you will be saturating gratitude into every cell of your body and mind. You will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people, resolve problems, and improve any negative situation or circumstances you may encounter throughout your life. You don't need to clear your calendar because each of these practices have been specifically created to fit into your everyday life, whether it's work days, weekends, holidays, or vacations. Gratitude is portable. You take it with you wherever you go and then wherever you go. The magic happens. If you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. To ensure that you don't reduce the magic, if you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practices again from there. Some practices are designed for the morning and others are designed to do throughout the day. So read each day's practice first thing in the morning. Some practice will need to be read the night before because they begin when you wake, and I will tell you when to do this. You might want to read the next day's practice every night before you go to sleep in order to be prepared. If you do, make sure to reread the practice again in the morning. If you don't want to follow the 28 magical practices consecutively, you can also use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve, and you could do that practice 3 days in a row, or every day for a week. Or you could do one magical practice a week or two practices a week. The only difference being that it will take you longer to see the changes in your life. After the 28 days, once you have completed the 28 magical practices, you can use particular practices to increase the magic where or when you have a specific need, such as for health or money, or if you want to receive a dream job, have increased success in your work, or improve a relationship. Or to continue the practice of gratitude, you can open this book at random, and whichever practice you open to is the one you attracted. So it's the perfect one to do that day. At the end of the 28 magical practices, there are also recommendations of practices you can use in combination, which will accelerate the magic in specific areas of your life. Can you overdo gratitude? Never. Can you live? Yeah, can your life become too magical? Hardly. Use the practices over and over so that gratitude seeps through into your consciousness and becomes second to you. After 28 days, you will have rewired your brain and implanted gratitude in your subconscious mind, where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situation. The magic you experience will be your inspiration because as you incorporate gratitude into your days, they will be nothing short of spectacular. Should I
Okay,
continue reading?
Nitika, I think we are in time. We still have 5 more minutes. You can go ahead.
Okay. What are your dreams? Many of the magical practices are designed to help you achieve your dreams. Therefore, you need to get clear about what you really want. Sit down with a computer or pen and paper and make a list of what you really want in every area of your life. Think before every detail of what you want to be, do, or have in your life, in your relationships, career, finances, health, and every area that is important to you. You can be as specific and detailed as you like. But remember, your job is simply to list what you want, not how you are going to get what you want. The how will be done for you when gratitude works its magic. If you want a better job or your dream job, then think about everything you want the job to be. Think about the things that are important to you, such as the type of work you want to do, how you want to feel in your job, the type of company you want to work for, the kind of people you want to work with, the hours you want to work, where you want your job to be, and the salary you want to receive. Get very clear about what you want in the job by thinking it thoroughly and thoroughly and writing all the details down. If you want money to educate your children, work on the details of their education, including which school you want your children to attend, the cost of the school fees, books, food, clothing, and transportation so that you know exactly how much money you will need. If you want to travel, write down the details of the countries you want to visit, how long you want to travel for, and what you want to see and do, where you want to stay, and the means by which you want to travel. If you want a perfect partner, then write down every detail of the characteristics you want that person to have. If you want improved relationships, write down the relationships you want to improve and what you want them to be like. If you want more health or an improved bodily condition, and be specific about what ways you want to improve your health or body. If you want a dream home, then list every detail of what you want the home to be, room by room. If you have a specific material things you want like cars, clothes or appliances, write them down. If you want to achieve something such as passing an exam, getting a degree, a goal in sports, succeeding as a musician, doctor, writer, actor, scientist, or business person, or whatever it is you would like to achieve, write it down and be as specific as possible. I would strongly urge you to find the time to maintain a list of your dreams throughout your life. Write down the little things, the big things, or what you want this moment, this month, or this year. As you think of more things, add them to the list. And as you receive things, cross them off the list. An easy way to do a list is what you want is to divide it into categories of health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, material things, and then just add the things you want to each category. When you get clear about the things you want, you are giving a definite direction to the way you want gratitude's magical power to change your life, and you are ready to begin the most exciting and thrilling adventure you have ever been on.
Yeah. Thank you, Nitika. I think we are on time, right on time, and we are supposed to do this during our reflection work right now about what we like. And I think Rhonda Bryan has given the exact way of how we can think of what we really want. So tomorrow we will start with this day one, count your blessings, and I think we'll take it further tomorrow. Let me just stop the live here.